Welcome to the Lust, Resist, or Love Persist read. This is where we examine who wants what and who needs something. The cards we're using today are the Erotic Fantasy Tarot, the Romantic Tarot, the Tiny Universal Weight Tarot, a Grateful Heart, and listen, Bee. First, the Lust card. The Eight of Cups. Someone's on their way out. They're trying to gain some traction, get a new life, or just get a life, period, full stop. They feel shackled to their children or their obligations. There's a lot of things that they're intermingled with and tangled. I feel like the moon is on this woman's back here. So she has a lot of feminine support and is learning to remain grounded and solid in her own identity. There's a resolve that she'll stay alive no matter what and that she'll make it. I'm getting a very strong being, but also one who has a few cracks in the facade. There's a little bit of, air rushing in every now and again, like talking too much smack about someone, a tendency to gossip or give away the plan ahead of time. You want to shut that down, keep it quiet, close to the vest. There's a sense of needing new vitality and to get out from under a dark secret or two. Feels like there's a lot of shell game going on, financial hidings, and shuffling around of emotions in faux gratitude, when really this person has their back turned and they're ready to jump ship at a moment's notice. The second card is the Love card. It's justice. The other person is already filing or plans to file legal paperwork and have official proceedings. There's some type of balancing of equality and in the power dynamic here. For some, this may be two feminine partners, or both people have very good child caring ethics. So they're trying to keep things above board and very angelic. There's a non-harm vibe to this card with the wing in the background. Someone has the mask on but is in full regalia. This tells me that the show must go on. It might be a very public affair, and there's a fear of exposure, but also like a need to titillate the crowd and present a certain image and optic. This may be someone who is in the public eye and their partner isn't, because on the Justice card, the person is dressed to the nines, and on the Eight of Cups card, it's a feeling of down-to-earth, bare feet, kind of granola going on. One person has an image that they're projecting and protecting at all costs. And the marriage vows hang in the balance with a bouquet and a top hat in the scales here. I get a feeling of gallant and glamour and glitz coming off of this Justice card. One person intends to take the other person to the cleaner financially. The other person just wants out. They want the child because on the first card, the being is pregnant here, so they're more of a mother figure. And the second person is more flamboyant and all about appearances. It just seems like there's a mismatch here in so many different ways between these energies, although they're trying to be equal. They're certainly not cut from the same cloth. That's how I'll present it. Let's look at the sparkles of either attraction or repulsion with the tiny tarot. Let's do the past first. We have the King of Wands. They wanted what they wanted when they wanted it, and they were willing to create enthusiastically. This is a feeling of winning big together, being the winning couple, having money and image and everything. In the now, we have Death reversed and Knight of Pentacles reversed. Someone doesn't want things to naturally transform, and it has to be done quickly. The Knight of Pentacles upright is like the slowest knight of the deck. The Death card indicates a natural cycle. Someone here wants this to be over and done now, yesterday, 5 months ago. There's a rush. In the future, we have the Truth card. Maybe there's a need for the truth to come out, or a breakthrough to occur. I feel like everything's upside down right now, but it will right itself in the future. So whatever turmoils and anything that's upended in an unnatural way will be sorted in the upcoming future. Let's do some character development for the first card, the Eight of Cups. Someone doesn't think, but acts very quickly here in love with the Eight of Wands. They are impulsive. They just go for what they want. They don't really think it out. They like to communicate in a hot way. A lot of sexting and texting. There's no protection. This person got pregnant because they didn't use protection. We have the Seven of Wands in reverse. They're not worried about covering their A. They're like all about love, but they're naive and not calculated. They like things to evolve naturally. They may have done something in love that wasn't correct because they lost the higher ground. We have the King of Swords and the Four of Swords in reverse. They're very restless, and sometimes they get angry and lash out. They don't always stay above board. They stoop to tactics. This King of Swords can be nasty, can be someone who plays games and manipulates situations. It's like a rush to the altar or a rush to commit, and then they got pregnant. There's also just wanting the child, wanting to be with a child, needing a child, and the way that things went about were not right in some way. It was not blessed. It was not harmonious. There's a lot of anger here. The second person, we have the Page of Swords in reverse. This person is not innocent. The Page of Swords is someone who's a stalker, gets obsessed, and must know all the details about someone to get the upper hand. We have the Two of Wands. They're carefully plotting their next move. They're very strategic. They feel like they're at a crossroads in their life and want to know everything about that other person so that they can take them to the cleaners. We have the Eight of Pentacles here. They're working very hard on some sort of new project or new life. They intend to dig up the dirt, to their advantage. They may have even hired someone professionally to do surveillance. Got to get everything working correctly. They have to stay working. They have to stay on point. They feel like they're losing status because in the justice card, this person, they're going down the stairs. So they feel like they've lost some of their appeal through being intermingled with this person somehow. One person, again, wants to go away and is not very strategic. The second person is all about getting the upper hand. But the truth will come out here. Even if there isn't a transformation right now and things are going very rapidly, there will be a resolution that's based in truth at the end of this. What's the final outcome here for these two? There's no emotional bond left. That was blown to smithereens. 10 of Cups in reverse. The happy family is like done. There's a lot of wealth and support that will occur with the 5 of Pentacles in reverse. No one's going to be left out in the cold financially. And we have the 4 of Cups in reverse. It will get resolved. It will end quite in a pointed manner. Nobody's going to let this go on, drag on. This is going to get done. It's going to get done right, precisely. This first person who is ready to bolt. What is their message? When you are grateful, fear disappears and abundance appears. Like I said, nobody here is going to get shorted on the wealth. The second person. Oh, give thanks to the Lord, for he is good, for his mercy endures forever. Live, love, laugh. This person, the second person, will always find someone because they're very attractive and winsome. The first person just wants to survive. The second person wants to get everything their way. Let's look at the lesson B cards. The first person, we have the things that you say to yourself matter, be kind, and there's a bear. The first person is a mama bear. They're out to protect their young, and they're willing to do what it takes to get security. Although they seem lackadaisical, I kind of feel like they're quick to make things happen for themselves, even if they lose ground. They feel like they have some, I'm going to say, balls to throw around. They have weight. What they say matters. They're trying to make everything okay for everyone. Even though it seems like they're undefended, don't have a lawyer, or they don't really care about getting the upper hand, they're still able to survive and get everything done. I would say this will be completed by Christmas. The second person, we're all imposters, just own it. They put on a big act. This person is like fronting and stunting. They care about their image. They're very vain. It feels like they don't really know what they're doing, but they want to present to the world like they've got it all together. Really, they are just being diligent about everything because they care about what they look like. The first person cares more for the children. The second person cares more for the public or the persona. They want to have a claim to fame. The second person does. The first person just wants to take care of things in a very positive way. I think we'll look at a sacred cycle card. Fall. There's 2 women kneeling by a tree. My final analysis is that this was once a very strong relationship, but they seem to outgrow one another. There was an age difference and immaturity. They didn't really realize the togetherness. It was more of an impulsive kind of spring love. We're not like meant to be for the long term. It's a peaceful resolution. It was more of a spark of attraction than actual relationship material, especially with this sacral chakra kind of orange globe here. There's some dark moods and ulterior motives. These 2 people are not angels, to say the least, but everything will be taken care of and people will be financially settled and responsible as they go toward their new life peacefully. That's the breakthrough, is breaking up. Thank you and namaste.